What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Mark and this is 360 Finance. In today's video, I want to talk about personal finance and a new mindset to personal finance in particular. You know, the old mindset that we've all heard of, or if you've, been on the internet and watched any type of personal finance videos, you've heard of minimalism, you've heard about budgeting, you've heard about avoiding lifestyle creep, you've heard about financial independence, retire early. You've all heard about that. So in today's video, what I want to do is I want to open up your mind to a new way of thinking about personal finance and kind of motivate you guys to, I guess, try new things and get out of your comfort zone. And this is something that I've been trying to incorporate into my approach in personal finance in the, I would say, the past year or two, ever since I started this YouTube channel, basically. Before we get started, I just like to let you guys know that over 90% of you guys that watch this channel actually aren't subscribed. If you do enjoy this type of content, please at least consider subscribing, as it does help me out quite a bit, and I do greatly appreciate it. All right, let's go ahead and jump into the video. All right, guys, so the first thing is minimalism, okay? And you've all heard about this, and I don't necessarily disagree with minimalism. There's only so much minimalism you can have in your life. You can only be so minimalistic before you get to a point where it's like, okay, well, I only make 50K a year. I can't actually save any more money by budgeting and tracking my expenses here. While these aren't bad tips and you should, avoid lifestyle creep and, avoid paying for luxury things when you don't have the money, using credit when you don't have any cash. There's nothing wrong with being a minimalist. It's just, there's only so much minimalism you can have before you say, okay, like I can't save any more money. I've tracked all my expenses. I've limited my groceries to X amount of dollars per month. I've avoided lifestyle creep. I haven't gone on a vacation in like 2-3 years. Things like that, right? You know what I mean? You're basically reducing the things that you purchase, reducing the things that make you happy in order to save money. And there's nothing wrong with that. Delayed gratification is something that I value deeply. But my basic point here is there's only so many expenses you can cut to increase your savings. You need to open up your mind to new avenues of personal finance. Anybody who is a minimalist, their ultimate goal, I think, is to, retire early or retire with an abundance of savings so that they can live the lifestyle that they want to live in retirement, or that they can stop working at their 9-to-5 or stop working at their business before they reach the age of 65. Now, the truth about financial independence, retire early, is that you probably won't be able to. And I'm not trying to be pessimistic here. I'm just trying to be honest. The average cost of living in Canada, in Toronto, for a year, excluding rent and mortgage, because once you get to retirement, I'm assuming you wouldn't have that type of debt. It costs about $54,000 to live for a 4-person family per year in Toronto. In Montreal, that number is a little bit lower at about $46,000. These numbers are sourced from wise.com. If your household income is only, let's say, $100,000 and you're living in Toronto, you have 2 kids, you have a wife, a husband, partner, the absolute max you're gonna be able to save is $46,000 a year. And there's nothing wrong with that, and I would say that's a bit of a stretch because you're gonna wanna go on vacation, you're probably gonna have some Friday nights out with friends, you're probably gonna order in pizza, here and there. So my point is, cutting expenses and increasing your savings isn't probably gonna get you to where you wanna go. Now, if we look at those living expenses in the US in contrast to Canada, so this is in US dollars now, kind of sitting around the same amount of dollars, so $48,500 to live in New York with a 4-person family per year, where it's about $49,400 in San Francisco. Again, depending on your household income, there's a max amount of savings that you can have depending on the lifestyle you live. At the end of the day here, I want to preach a new mindset to personal finance, and it's going to go without saying that it's easier said than done. But instead of cutting your costs and avoiding lifestyle creep and, you should be doing all these things, and budgeting and all that, what you should be doing is focusing on increasing your income, okay? And how do you do that? That's kind of the big question of the video, right? There's many different ways you can do that, whether it's through a side hustle, whether it's through, working on getting promoted at your current job. The real mindset here should be to increase your income in conjunction with doing all those other points that we mentioned in the old mindset of personal finance, right? You want to be a minimalist, you want to budget your expenses, you want to avoid lifestyle creep. But the main thing that you should really be doing on top of all those 3 things is focusing on increasing your income. The only way that you can really do that is through, acquiring or developing income producing skills. You don't necessarily need to go to school or to university, to college, or the post-secondary education to do this. With the internet, you can essentially monetize anything. And if there's anything I've learned through having this YouTube channel for the past year and a half, it's that literally anything is able to be monetized. You know, I did YouTube for a year before a company reached out to me and said, hey, we want to partner with you. We like the videos you're putting out, and you know, we'd like to offer you some affiliate links. I understand that there's no correlation between money and happiness here. And a lot of the times, in order to develop these income producing skills, you need to sacrifice other things in your life that you enjoy. But you know, the analogy that I like to use here is, yes, there's no correlation between money and happiness, but I'm sure that many people would love to have a cottage, you know, a summer cottage, and have a boat at that cottage, and a jet ski, and I don't know, like a nicer car, or a bigger house, or they would like to eat better food, or they would like to be able to go to Starbucks and not worry about overspending on coffee for these $35 friggin' coffees at Starbucks. Well, my point here is you shouldn't avoid those things in life. You should just focus on increasing your income, and that should be your utmost, that should be at the forefront of your priorities in terms of when you're talking and thinking about personal finance. Being a minimalist, budgeting your expenses, avoiding lifestyle creep, that's great, and you should be doing those things as well to an extent. Okay, that's my point here. Focus on increasing your income so that you can live the lifestyle that you want to live, not the one that minimalism is telling you to live. When I was writing the script for this video, it was like kind of built on the idea of one example, and that example is you know, making your coffee at home, which is fantastic. You know what I mean? If you like instant coffee, if you like we have an espresso machine at our place here, that's great, and you're gonna save like $1 or $2 per coffee that you make, and you compound that over the year. You know, you're looking at like a few $100, maybe up to $1,000 if you drink a crap ton of coffee. But there's only so much money you can save from making your coffee at home, and the chances are the Starbucks coffee is better anyways. So I want to finish the video with the 4% rule. What most people will tell you is that you want to have enough savings to live off 4% of the total value of those dollar savings, so that you can live off the dividends and live off the, you know, the income producing assets that you can buy from your savings. So just to give you an example, $1 million, 4% of that's going to be 40K, 2 million, 80K, 3 million, 120, all the way up to 200K. And what I would preach you guys to do is, you know, take your bank account statements for the last year and add up everything, or the cost to live, like your groceries, your phone, and like your vacations. Don't include like your mortgage or rent, and just add it all up. How much did you spend in an entire year, and what would it cost for you to live like that ongoing, right? And then ask yourself, do you want to live a different life than what you lived in the last year? And that all comes back to increasing your income, right? The only way to get to these amount of savings is to increase your income. It's not going to be by, you know, making your coffee at home. It's not going to be by, you know, living in a house without any couches. It's going to be about personal development. It's going to be about income producing skills. It's going to be about side hustles, entrepreneurship, your network, and expanding all those things so that you can get to your desired amount of savings, so that you can retire with enough amount of savings to live the lifestyle that you want to live, or retire early, right? And the only way to retire early is, it's not gonna be by being a minimalist. I'm just gonna be honest with you guys, in my opinion at least. Like, yes, you can be a minimalist and you can save more money per year, and I encourage you all to do that, but the only way that you're going to achieve the lifestyle that you want to live is by developing income producing skills. So old mindset, save money, and incorporate that mindset into the new mindset, which is increase income. Okay, that's all I have for you guys today. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, don't forget to smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace. Also, one last thing real quick just before I go, if you made it to the end of this video, and if you'd like to see me do a video on the top side hustles or top income producing skills or something along those lines, let me know down in the comments. I would definitely love to make a video like that. All right, hope you guys enjoyed. Peace.